The Open Mic Show with Steve Starr and Cash West.
What's up, everybody? The Open Mic Show with Steve Starr and Cash West. We are back with another episode. How you doing?
I'm good.
I'm not. My day's horrible.
No, your day can't be horrible.
It is.
Could be worse.
No.
You could be not having a day.
True that. But I am having a day, and it sucked.
Oh, poor Cash.
It's alright. I'll deal. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah.
Life. The sky. The stars.
Wait.
Are you, wait, am I supposed
This is your show.
I'm supposed to bust out the list now?
I can't talk about football right now until Tuesday because...
There's still games.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, I really can't talk about wrestling until sometime next week because then it'll be Raw, SmackDown, pay-per-view. Maybe I don't think there's a takeover event for this pay-per-view.
Well, I have NFL Direct Ticket and pay-per-view access now because I paid some money on some stuff, so we will get to watch all these.
I am...
As long as we're not working or...
Well, unfortunately, I am next week, so...
When is the pay-per-view?
Next Sunday.
And what time?
I will be at work.
Well, see if you can switch shifts.
I can't. I already asked.
Then I'll watch it, and I'll give the updates when we're on here, and you just have to learn as I go.
What, you just gonna do it live?
No. I'm going to watch it, and then we're going to have a show about it, and I'm going to talk about it, and you're going to get to learn everything that happened through me talking about it and news articles that you read.
Oh, yeah, that's... I nights of pay-per-views, if I work, that's all I do is...
And I think,
read them.
Maybe I can... no, I can't record it. It's a pay-per-view, so... That would get me in trouble.
I'll see it. I'll see it that night. Not right away. It'll take me a little bit, but I wholeheartedly intend on watching the whole thing.
All right, well, let's get into what you want to talk about tonight.
I mean, there's only a couple things wrestling related.
The bell's
right
ringing.
now.
The bell's ringing. You didn't even let the bell ring. Let's try that again.
No, fuck that
All
bell.
right, let's get into what you want to talk about tonight.
Fuck the bell.
Yeah. Okay, so switching pace up here. We have one freshly rolled hog leg blunt.
That's the only way I can roll them.
A bong packed, and some dabs. Although I'm running low on my dabs. God bless America.
And a funny story.
Oh, and a funny story after the live show Friday.
Okay, so it ended with more or less people could hear the doorbell ring.
Well, let me apologize first off. Last show, the live show, which you can go back and listen to if you haven't heard it. The doorbell, we heard a banging at the door, and I thought I was crazy at first, remember? So I went up and checked on that, and nobody was out there. Although I didn't go long. I just looked. And then came back to the show, and then, we were talking, and if you were listening, you heard the doorbell ring, which I thought I was crazy again.
We listened back to the show like 3 times to make sure, and then I thought somebody rang the doorbell again.
Yeah, but that was just the show playback. And you're like, and I ran to the camera. I'm like, see who it is, because we had the cameras going at this point trying to catch him,
just in case they wanted to come back.
Right, but so you heard the doorbell ring and me get up and go out, and at that point I told Steve to take us out of the show, and I'm walking around the house looking for somebody, and I see a car pulled out of the church across the street from where we live, and I was like, I know that's them people that did it. So I go back to my camera playback, and it's a young kid. He's about 12, 13 years old, my daughter's age, and I'm thinking, first in my gut I was thinking she had her friend stay over, and I was like, it was some boy messing with them anyway. And then, I see it, as I play it back on camera, I'm thinking it's more than one car, but it was only one car. So, and then I catch the fucker on camera, and he's pointing back at the car like, be ready, and he rings the doorbell and he runs off. And I was like, man, I did that shit when I was a kid, but it was really annoying me at this point. So, I go to take Steve.
To be honest with you, I think you were more annoyed at the fact at how long it took you to realize that you could figure out who the fuck it was.
Right. Yeah, so, having cameras, I was like, God, just go watch it. And So I took Steve back to somewhere, and as I did it, I seen a white car go by and looked like they were going to turn in the apartments around the corner. But instead, they go straight. They had their turn signal on, then they turned it off and went straight. Well, I turned slow, going the opposite way, and they got up to the intersection and pulled a U-turn. I was like, I know that's them. So that's when I had turned around at this point with you still in the car, and I was like, I'm going to chase them.
Yeah.
Well, got back out to the main road. They were gone.
Right.
So I proceeded to drop Steve off, and I go back around looking for him again, and to no avail, I don't find them. I go home. Get home. Here, let me hit this. Ooh, very nice.
Mind you, I was in this location that he drops me off in for maybe 30 minutes.
So I get back home, post the screenshot of the camera. I was like, anybody recognize this punk? They're playing around. Be careful. Because they could be setting up people to rob them for all I know. But, about 30 minutes after the picture's posted on Facebook, I get a call from an old high school friend on Facebook. And I'm like, what the hell? First off, I thought we were already friends on Facebook, but she added me.
Apparently you weren't.
And then
you
called
said
me.
Something offensive, Cash. Oh, and I didn't get to start the show like I wanted to and be wax chest.
Whatever. Anyways, she calls me and I'm like, hey, I knew to answer.
Wax the chest.
I knew to answer for some reason. I'm not even entertaining him. And I was like, hello. And she called and she's like, that picture you posted was a picture of my son. And I was like, oh, really? And I was like, what's he doing out here, robbing people? Or it's like, do you know where he's at? And she's like, no, you don't understand. Do you have a daughter? And I was like, yes. And then she's like, is your daughter's name so-and-so? And I was like, yes. And she's like, well, Alex was just begging me to play a trick on him. So I drove him. And I was like, wait, what? You're involved in this? And she's like, yeah. I took him to play the trick on the girls because they just wanted to play around because they're friends. And I was like, well, that's cool. At least it wasn't some punk trying to rob me. So I was understanding about it. And I was like, but just laughing that this woman my age was driving him around the ding dong ditch. And I'm like, she's like, my husband's pissed. I'm like, that's understandable, And, but she was, laughing. I was chill about it. And I was like, I'm just glad it was somebody that somewhat we knew,
Yeah.
I was like, well, he missed him. The girls were asleep on the back porch having a slumber party. And, when she was there and she seen me walk out that time after the show, after I cut out of the show. And I was walking around the house. She seen me, and as she seen me, she's like, that's not a little girl. That's a grown-ass man. And, they took off, like, what the hell are you doing?
And it turned out to be you.
Yeah, and so everything was on. She was cool with everything, She was like, I would have never done it to a stranger. It's just that he said it was his friend. And then it was just funny that we knew each other,
So it worked out. Even then, it was like, ha, 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 I got to do it on an old friend.
But I was
anyways. She got to play a prank on her.
I was mad
friend.
as shit.
It was fucking hilarious to watch that. All right, so anyways, we'll do my couple of topics. So I'm not going to be around Tuesday night when he does his sports one.
Okay.
So I figured I would get a little bit of wrestling. Like the only maybe 2 or 3 things in the world right now of wrestling that might be remotely interesting. They have a women's championship belt. Got to see it all out. It was sweet as fuck. It's got rose gold highlights.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I seen the picture.
Oh, yeah, I showed you that video that she shared on Twitter. Or she posted on Twitter.
I was getting ready to look something up on Facebook, and I
You zoned out and forgot?
Yeah.
It was that one thing about that one stuff, so we knew how to do
Don't do that, you're going to make me forget worse. Oh, no. There it goes. I was...
oh, come on, it was that one thing.
Oh, I was going to tell said person on Tuesday to go on the page and make an appointment so we can start getting these appointments going. So, if you want to make an appointment, the Open Mic Show, at the Open Mic Show podcast.
Yeah. Then, okay, so, first television show for AEW is October 2nd. It is still at this point untitled, according to the cable companies and their guides.
Right.
We have that'll have Chris Jericho and Mystery Partners, who I'm thinking are going to be LAX. Well, formerly LAX.
If this is for the belt, why are they having...
No, this isn't for the belt.
Oh.
This is for the first television show. Former LAX guys that... Surprise! At All Out versus Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, I think. Yeah, that's what it is. And then at Full Gear, it'll be Chris Jericho versus Cody Rhodes for the AEW title.
Nice.
And that's November 9th.
Is that a weekend?
Probably. Here, you take that. I'm tired of it.
Hang on.
It's actually a Saturday night.
Good. I can see it.
Yep, I will.
After watching football, I can watch that. Oh, well, thank you. We're only halfway through this nice rolling, nice hitting blunt you rolled here, dude.
I can only roll them like that, and I can only do it with wraps. It's got to be at least a 20.
That's why I love blunts, dude, because I still get high on them. Like, I don't really get high on bowls and bongs anymore. Blunts fuck me up. That's just...
It's because it's the tobacco.
Oh, yeah, we're taking a break on that.
That's fine. I'm going to smoke a cigarette, though. Yeah, that is going to be awesome. You are a big Cody Rhodes fan.
Yeah.
I'm you like Jericho, too, though, don't you?
Yeah, I do like Jericho. He's one of my favorites. And the person that was coming Tuesday has to work, so they can no longer make it. So I can talk about the Browns whenever.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, well, the reason I was so upset is because the Browns got annihilated today by the Titans. It's a horrible, horrible deal.
I seen that. I just looked it up, and all I saw was a crush.
It was more than a crush, bro. We had some good plays, some sparks, but we got a penalty about every other play. I mean, really, every other play was a freaking penalty. It's like, you know, when you pull your gun out to shoot somebody, but you accidentally shoot yourself in the foot. That was like doing it 6 times in a row.
Shoot yourself in the dick.
Close enough. It was bad. I mean, Odell Beckham had some catches. Landry had some great catches. Mayfield was a bit off, and he looked scared. I don't understand why. He's a second-year quarterback. You know, he played great at the end of the year. Yeah, they had tape on him now at this point, but, I mean, shit. Is this it? You know, is this going to be another fucking repeat? No, I don't think so. I think it's just game one jitters, and I think now he remembers the speed of the game, and he's going to come back firing in week 2, ready to go. He doesn't lose confidence easy, and he didn't really lose it today, but he did not play like the Baker we seen last season. So, Bengals played great today. They did lose by 1 point, but they played well. They played harder and better than I expected. Ross had a catch that should have been a touchdown, but he made up for it right after with an amazing play. There was some good defense. Andy Dalton looked stellar, but he always does in the afternoon games. And overall, they look pretty good, even though they lost by 1. Baltimore is a real threat, and we will see what kind of threat Pittsburgh is tomorrow at 7. So, AFC North is going to be rough this year. I already knew it. And Tennessee is no slouch. Mariota and Derrick Henry had a hell of a season last year, finishing out. But since they were on that year of making the playoffs and not going anywhere, I think they're going to have a better chance this year, so they're one to look out for. There's a few teams that played really well today. Kansas City, Baltimore, Tennessee, and a few others. Lamar Jackson, man, he's a problem. Now that he figured out the pass game and not just running, he's a problem. He's going to be a problem all season as long as they keep that up. We got to work on our line in Cleveland, man. Mayfield got sacked on a safety. He got sacked a couple other times. Yeah. Sorry about that. That was my daughter, who always likes to interrupt my shows at least one time. All right, but yeah, he got sacked a lot. And, man, upsetting. That's enough on the Browns. I'm getting depressed.
Nope, gotta keep talking.
No. It make me want to hurt myself. Oh.
Hey, how about that Bengals game?
I just talked about the damn Bengals game.
Did you?
Yeah.
I missed that.
Because you weren't listening.
No, because I read an interesting article, and I was actually writing it down so I didn't have to skim the article while I was...
Well, I literally just talked about the Bengals game. I did not watch Carolina lose.
What all games
they
did you
lost
watch today?
I watched
Just those two?
I watched Red Zone, and I watched Bengals and the Browns game. So Red Zone will, if you're not familiar with it, it gives you when a team around the league is about to score, they bring it up, and if they got like 3 different teams about to score, they'll bring all 3 screens up. So, I watched a few teams play. Like Lamar Jackson was on Red Zone like every 2 seconds.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this article then, I guess, that I'm reading.
I'm really high.
Read. We're gonna jump away from sports for a second.
I'm tired of hearing about Batman.
No, this is good. What do you mean you're tired of hearing about Batman? I haven't been talking about Batman. We've been talking about Spider-Man and Sony. And I know more about that, but I'm cool with that. I don't want to talk about that.
What are we talking about here?
Because I found a Batman article.
Yeah.
It's the plot details. Matt Reeves kind of said, hey, look, this is what's going on.
In the comics?
No, in the movie. The next movie. Robert Pattinson, baby.
Oh, is that part of the...
Yes and no.
Phoenix universe? The new Joker?
I don't know. No, I think that's its own little thing, honestly. I know it won like one of the top awards in Venice at the film festival that they showed it in.
Oh.
All right, so it's basically a detective case. People start dying in strange ways. He must go deep into the dark world of Gotham to find clues and solve the mystery conspiracy connected to Gotham City's history and criminals. They're saying that all the rogues are already going to be out there and active. It's more or less like all the comics and all the animated movies that we see and get right now. It's not based on year one, but I guess it's like slightly influenced by it a little bit. He's going to be more detective than we've seen in any other movies.
Yeah, because Robert Pattinson can't play a good vigilante.
That's fine with me. I've always wanted... Do we need a good Batman as a detective movie? It's always... I'm going to beat your ass because I'm the Batman. And that's not Batman.
That is Batman.
No, there's more to Batman.
Batman, Adam West broke into rooms and was like, Kapow. What is Kapow?
Adam
Blam.
West was also a detective if you actually think about it.
I mean, yeah, but he still came in whipping ass, too. He threw fists first, asked questions later.
No, not really.
Oh.
Not Adam West. It was, I used my detective skills and the Bat computer to resolve my issue with...
Detective Sleuth.
Yeah, that's right, something like that. Alright, so anyways, there's going to be at least 4 major villains in it. The Penguin and Catwoman are already established as 2 of the 4.
Okay. Who? Wait, Catwoman and who?
Penguin.
Who's going to play Penguin?
I don't know. They haven't cast them yet that I know of.
We should try out then. Cash West is the Penguin.
Cash West is the Penguin.
And you can try out as Catwoman.
Meow, bitches.
Yeah.
Don't relight that yet. I'm not ready for that.
I have to be doing something. I don't want to smoke a cigarette. Because that sounds good, but I don't smoke. I don't want to be the
chest.
I don't want to be the radio host that smokes cigarettes and then gets lung cancer because he started smoking in late in life.
Oh, hey, come on. Let's not talk about lung cancer. That's all bad. All right, so another crazy thing that happened. Robert Axelrod died at 70 years old. He had a lot of health issues anyways. I guess he had some issues after a back surgery that didn't really work out too swell for him. Left him paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, that's never fucking good.
It's the voice of Lord Zedd for anybody who that listens to watch the original. Well, I guess it was really the second iteration of the Power Rangers.
Yeah, wasn't the original Japanese?
Oh no, that's not what I mean by not Power Rangers. Sentai is Japanese, and that's what's based on Power. That's what Power Rangers' fight scenes are.
There you go.
However, there was the Era 1 of Mighty Morphin, which was the Dinozords, and then you had Era 2, which I think is actually still Era 1. I think Mighty Morphin is all one era consistent, but it was the Dinozords and the Thunderzords, and I feel like Zedd didn't
Thunderzords.
fight the Dinozords that often. I feel like he was a Thunderzord. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I have all the Mighty Morphin seasons. I loved Power Rangers. I still kind of do. Can't wait for it to come back if it hasn't already.
I don't think it will.
No, it's just on. It's hiatus. It's mid-season.
Yeah. Well, Malik Hooker had a hell of a interception for the Colts against the Chargers earlier. One-handed. Go check it out. Oh, it was dope. I'm going to share that. That was nice. One-handed catches are always sweet. What else you got?
I don't know. I don't really have much else.
That was it?
Yeah, those.
You came in here for 20 minutes and like 5 of it was you?
Oh, whatever.
Nick Foles suffered a fractured clavicle. He broke his damn clavicle bone.
I'm sorry that more happens in the first week of football than an entire year of wrestling.
Oh, well. Derrick Henry is a big human being.
Especially since how
That's a big running back, dude.
WWE sucks except for Bray Wyatt right now. Although, yeah, there is that. So he issued a challenge to either Seth Rollins or Braun Strowman, whoever wins the title at Clash of Champions. So next week's pay-per-view ought to be kind of intriguing to see how it ends.
I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, I have to work. I hate you.
I like it. I'm gonna text you every time there's an update.
Go ahead.
I will, and I'll piss you off. Sorry, I have to do it. I can't wait until next week for redemption for Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. Okay, so yeah, Steve came on the show, talked about what he wanted to. I got a few things out there I didn't even know I was going to talk about since someone canceled, so got that out there. Excited for Monday Night Football, Steelers versus the Patriots. Even though I hate both of those teams, I kind of want the Patriots to win to put the AFC North kind of even, with 2 teams having a loss, 2 teams having a win, so it's kind of not lopsided. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the short show. We'll see.
We could talk. We could do an actual comic thing here because I
ain't got time for that.
Skimming. It's about Venom.
Nah, I'm cool.
Venom has a human child. I don't know. I don't get how that works.
Because he used not Tom Hardy, but
Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock
Tom Hardy
to have a baby with a human while he was inside of it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what this article says. So
oh, called it without reading it.
Thank you for using your brain.
Ooh.
But there's a forgotten spawn of the Venom symbiote as well, and he is coming back to spawn or to.
So he's going to take over Eddie Brock's son. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Whoa! Look at me. Damn, dude, I should write comics.
That's the picture that goes with it. And I like that symbiote a lot better than Venom.
That is pretty dope. Man, I called that shit. I see. I know how they think. I'm not gonna write a comic though.
We should. We should write a comic book.
I've got too many things to do. I want to write a book, but I can't even get to that because I got other shit going on. So maybe one day when I'm slowing down. Not right now. Can't do it. Here you go, bud. All right. Well, thanks for joining. We'll see you next time on the Open Mic Show with Steve Starr and Cash West. Have a good night. Wait. Before we go, shout out to Kevin MacLeod. It's his music.